विग्रहाय हेमावदिव्यै छविसुन्दराय तस्मै महाप्रेम रसप्रदाय चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते चैतन्यचन्द्राय नमो नमस्ते. So we are reading from the 16th chapter. I will continue from here. The Lord then told Sri Sanatan Goswami that the association of good devotees, engagement in the transcendental service of the Lord, understanding of Srimad Bhagavatam, chanting of the holy name of the Lord, and residence in a holy place like Vrindavan or Mathura are all very important for elevation to the transcendental plane. So Mahaprabhu is saying this. Um, Sadhu Shango, Nam Kirtan, Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura was Sri Murtir, Shraddha Ye Sevan. These 5 points. Beautifully in Chaitanya Charitamrita, the verses are sung actually. So, Sadhu Sanga Nam Kirtan Bhagavat Shravan, Mathura was Sri Murtir, Shraddha Ye Sevan. These are the 5 points that Mahaprabhu is telling Sri Sanatan Goswami, that these 5 points are very, very important. Most important 5 points. There are many, many points that are important for elevation to the transcendental plane. Out of them, then Mahaprabhu gives uh, shortlists certain even more important point, and then out of them Mahaprabhu again shortlists and makes a shorter list of the most important points, and then out of them the five very important most important points are these 5 points. One need not practice all the five of these points if one is expert in just one of them. Now, because we are not expert in any of them, therefore we should try to do all of them little bit. Little Srimad Bhagavatam every day. We should associate with good devotees every day. We should engage in transcendental loving service of the Lord every day. Chant the holy names of the Lord 16 rounds minimum. Reside in a holy place like Vrindavan or Mathura. Now, if somebody who is residing in US, they will how can they reside in Vrindavan or Mathura? That is when we serve Tulsi Maharani, when we water Tulsi Maharani, and when we take that soil and put it on our head, we are it is as good as residing in Vrindavan. And when we remember the pastimes of Vrindavan, when we remember the pastimes of the Lord in Vrindavan and Mathura, that is also as good as residing in the holy place of Vrindavan and Mathura. So, if one is expert in just one of them, he will without fail be elevated to the stage of love of Godhead, Krishna Prem, which is the ultimate purpose of everything, of all the scriptures, the essence of everything that we are doing, that is love of Godhead. One who is actually intelligent gives up all material desires and engages in the transcendental service of Lord Krishna. The influence of devotional service is such that a person who engages in it, influence of devotional service is such that any person who engages in devotional service eventually gives up all material desires, because material desires is the root cause of our entanglement in the material world. As long as we have material desires, how can we go beyond the material world? Therefore, when one gives up material desires and only has spiritual desires, that is when they can get uplifted to the spiritual world. And devotional service is so potent, so powerful, the influence is such that anybody who engages in it, that person could be anyone, even an Naxalite, what to speak of good gentlemen. In the tribal areas, His Holiness Bhakti Purushottam Swami Maharaj uh, is uh, is he under his initiative, the India Tribal Care Project is working. And in this India Tribal Care Project, Maharaj, he personally goes to all these interiors, to these tribal areas where there is no proper food, no proper water, no proper clothing, no proper um, means to earn, no proper education. The children are suffering, the wives were suffering, the fathers or the husbands or the men in that area, they were uh, getting into all these wrong associations, and because of that they were doing all the wrong activities. But personally Maharaj is visiting to these interior places, and with his team, with team of devotees who are also um, volunteering in this service. They are going there, they are taking care of all these aspects: food, water, clothing, proper clothing for the winters, then proper schools, proper education system for the children, proper earning and survival um, means for both the women and the men. And by doing this, the men, by engaging them in devotional service along with all these things, now all these things are required to support our life in devotional service. If we don't have proper food, proper clothing, proper living facilities and all that, if somebody is killing each other, then how can somebody engage in devotional service in such a scenario? So first all these things are required. This is like a basic, these are the basics. So these things are provided, and on top of that, they are not forced to change their religion or culture, but they are simply engaged in devotional service of the Supreme Lord. So they are following their own culture, they are, whatever religion they may belong to, whatever culture they may, in fact, that is being sustained, taken care, maintained very beautifully. In Mayapur, every year there is a India Tribal Care Convention that happens, and all these tribal people, they come, the tribal children, they come, they perform, they showcase their beautiful cultures. So this year even I got a chance of uh, watching it actually, little bit. So that is how devotional service, now they are engaging them in devotional service also. They wake up, they do mangal arati, and they sing kirtans, they know all the prayers more than us. They know the Bhagavad Gita shlokas. The little children, the kids, they can sing the shlokas so beautifully, they can explain it so beautifully. And through this, because of the influence of devotional service, all these men who were into bad, wrong activities, they are all coming out of it. They are themselves becoming gentlemen, and they are going out and preaching to the other people who are doing those activities, and they are bringing them into devotional service. And again, by the influence of devotional service, their lives are getting transformed. This is the power of devotional service. The influence of devotional service is so powerful that a person who engages in it, anybody who engages in it, gives up all material desires and becomes fully attached to Lord Krishna, being inspired by the transcendental qualities of the Lord. So when somebody is fully attached to Krishna, they get inspired by the transcendental qualities of the Lord. Whenever we think of good qualities in a devotee, those qualities start manifesting within us. So if we think that we lack in some quality, that this quality is missing in me, this quality is missing in me, rather than thinking in this direction, we should think of a devotee who has those qualities, who really has those qualities, and we should try to always glorify that devotee with those qualities in our mind, in our words, in every way, in, and if possible in our actions, we should try to serve that devotee. What happens is that that quality will start manifesting within us, in us. And the same thing is also applicable when we are criticizing somebody. So if we are criticizing somebody, fault finding, finding faults in someone, what happens is that that fault will start manifesting in us. Therefore we should definitely stay away from criticism, no criticism at all. And second is, we should glorify the devotees, we should glorify the transcendental qualities of the Lord. We should glorify the transcendental qualities of the devotees of the Lord. That is how, that is when all the devatas, all the demigods that are there, they are full of good qualities. And when they see that somebody is engaged in devotional service and nicely practicing and pleasing Lord Krishna, they bless the devotees, and through their blessings, the good qualities that are there in the demigods, they also start manifesting in a devotee. Therefore, it is seen that all the pure devotees, they also they are full with all the transcendental qualities, just like the Lord himself. So this is the reason. Such is the beauty of the Lord in the eyes of his devotees. Another meaning of the word Atma is nature. In this case, the word Atmaram indicates that everyone is enjoying the particular nature he has acquired. Particular nature he has acquired means somebody who is in the bird species will enjoy according to the nature that he has acquired. Because of that nature, he or she, the soul is irrespective of he or she, the soul gets that body and gets to enjoy in that particular way. uh, or due to a particular nature, a soul may get the body of a snake. If somebody is very envious, then they get the body of the snake, because snakes are very envious by nature. For no reason they will come to bite somebody, so they are very envious by nature. Or due to a particular nature, somebody acquires a human body. So um, actually, um, all these things, atma also means nature. So based on the particular nature, whatever body the soul gets, based on that body, based on the nature, they will start enjoying it, they will start living that particular nature. But the ultimate nature, the eternal nature of the living entity, is to serve the Supreme Lord. Firstly, this is the eternal nature, the actual nature, and it is the ultimate nature, which may or may not manifest in at a certain point of time. So therefore, although it is the eternal nature, it is the ultimate nature, it is supposed to be the natural nature of the living entity. Still, because of the conditioning, we forget and we find it very difficult to serve the Supreme Lord. One who attains to the perfection of understanding his real nature, his means my own real nature. One who attains to the perfection of understanding their real nature as the eternal servant of the Lord gives up his designative, gives up his designative conception of life. Designative means material or bodily conception of life, because everything right now that we hold on to is based on the designation of the on the based on the bodily concept. My name is so and so, I am the daughter of so and so, I live here, I am an Indian, then I am a female, I am in a female body, so I am a female or I am a woman. All these are designation based on bodily conception of life. This person is my wife, this person is my husband, this person is my son, this person is my daughter, this person is my brother, this is my sister. These are all designations based on bodily conceptions of life, but this is not our original identity, this is not our real nature. Based on that bodily conception of life, we are serving different people at different times, but this is not our real nature. The real nature is the eternal servant of the Lord. Everyone, whether they are human beings or birds, beasts, trees, ants, microorganisms, anything, they are all eternal servants of the Lord. That is real knowledge. Those who are in pursuit of knowledge and who get the opportunity to associate with a pure devotee also engage in the devotional service of the Lord. So those who are in pursuit of knowledge means those who are trying to find this real knowledge, that okay, what is the ultimate purpose of this life? Why did I get this life? Why am I like this? Why are others like that? Why is this happening? Why is that happening? Those who are in pursuit of understanding things as they are, in pursuit of knowledge, and somebody may be in pursuit of knowledge, but they should also get the opportunity. So, those who get the opportunity to associate with a pure devotee, they also engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Because somebody who is in pursuit of knowledge and they get the opportunity to associate with a pure devotee, what will happen? The pure devotee will give them the knowledge, the real knowledge, and will show them things as they are. And as soon as this person who is in pursuit of knowledge, because they are most intelligent, they will understand this real knowledge and will take up to the devotional service of the Lord. Sages like the four Kumars as well as fools and birds can engage in the Lord's transcendental service. By being favored with Krishna's causeless mercy, anyone can be elevated to the platform of Krishna consciousness. By being favored with Krishna's causeless mercy. Unless somebody is favored by Krishna's causeless mercy, they cannot elevate to the platform of Krishna consciousness. Therefore, we should be compassionate towards everyone. So with that, we'll pause here, and Krishna willing, we'll continue reading tomorrow again. Thank you very much for your very kind association. Vanchakalpatrubhyascha kripasindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। श्रील जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। जगत गुरु
जय।
की जय। निताई गौर
जय।
प्रेमानंद। हरि हरि
हरी हरी बोल।